Hello, how are you? This one is our emotions lookbook, but it turned into more of not a course as such, but something you can use as a part of your everyday life when managing your little one's emotions. So understanding and recognizing them, also the spectrum of emotions. And I want to get the point across as well to not classify them as good and bad emotions, but understand the whole range of emotions and then how to regulate and get back to that center, calm and happy. Yes? So let me run through this. It's not too bad as far as cutting out goes. You've got 9 little emotion characters. Now I've got multicultural. Yay. I was aware of this for the Get Dressed lookbooks. I will be bringing out a multicultural pack for the girls and boys as a bumper pack to add on. I'm onto that. I'm just learning new skills as far as artwork goes, so bear with me. It is coming soon. I am aware that I've just got the white kids in there. But this one, I have got the multicultural kids. We've got, these can be lined up in the playroom as a poster, but we've got surprised, confused, sad. You see the top here, I'll just scoot that down. Curious, happy, calm, excited, angry, distraught. Now before I go into them, hang on, let me skip forwards. See this here. So I've tried to color code it to help understand and show that you've got both ends where you can feel out of control and anxious. Yes, so you can be having a full-on meltdown, throwing things, or past the throwing things point where you're just bawling your eyes out, you or your little ones, and you know they're at the out of control end. But you've also got that anxious feeling which comes with excitement. It also comes with surprise. That could be something like a surprise party, or surprise as far as seeing a spider, or something that's happened as far as a change of routine that's just unexpected. Yes, it comes with that anxious and unsettled feeling. So this is very different from the traffic light system where you've got your red, which is considered bad, I suppose, your orange, which is in the unsettled sort of area, and then your green, which is well regulated and in control. So we've gone both ways. So we've got our regulated in the middle and then our 2 out of control ends. Does this make sense? I just thought it's a very different way of seeing it and presenting it, and letting your little one decide where they sit on this spectrum. So this one is designed, again, you could have it on the wall. It's probably not a huge benefit being in a lookbook, but I've put it all together just so I can present it to you here. I would probably go with 2 ticks. You're not always going to feel one emotion. I've always said with my little ones, which I don't have a picture for as well, sometimes I just feel like I don't fit in my skin. So my boy now uses that term, which is not quite anxious, it's not happy, it's not sad. You can't pinpoint why you feel that way, but you just feel a bit out of sorts. I haven't put that in there because that's a term that we use, but have that discussion, that vocabulary and that language with your little one. Obviously with a 2-year-old, you're not going to be covering 9 emotions. Yes, we do have the poster pack for emotions. That might be a good one to start with for your really younger ones. And then you've got all 9 in there, but you could probably pull 3. So you could pull out happy, sad, and angry to start with. Yeah, because they're going to start with those small emotions, and toddlers and kids on the spectrum tend to sway a huge amount between those emotions. Hang on, let me finish this one, then I will go into that a bit more. So depending on the age of your kid, have 2 or 3 here. I don't think you're going to be 3 at once, but I have put the option there. Otherwise, just keep your 2 ticks. So if you're feeling sad and maybe confused, that anxious feeling, yeah? Or happy, but also a bit excited. So something that you're really looking forward to and you're really happy about, but you've still got that, that butterflies in your tummy feeling. You could have both there. If your little one is at this end, now at this end, they're not going to be able to tell you how they're feeling. So you can use the language, I think you might be feeling this, I think you might need a break. Again, if they're in the middle of that meltdown, you thinking whatever you're thinking is not going to matter to them. Yes? So maybe afterwards, come back and say, I think you might have been feeling this. It may have been because you were hungry, or because I yelled, or because something didn't go to plan. So do you see, using that language of putting a label to how they're feeling, which gives them a sense of, I suppose, empowerment and control, but also expanding on that to why they may have got to that point. Yeah? which leads me into this one. Now, this has come directly from what I'm working with my girl at speech. She's 10, my boy's 12. So we're going on things. She's like a sloth in the morning, so she's really hard to get going, yeah? So there's certain things that she'll do first thing in the morning to get her going. So these are things I can try to perk me up, and this one is things I can try to calm me down. So as far as my boy goes, and most of the sensory stuff around the house, we sit in this category, but she definitely needs this one. So crunchy food, so that's your oral, your mouth. So crunching can really wake you up, give you that stimulus. Now all of this fits under sensory. Yeah, so it's interesting how closely they're related, your emotions, and how you can manage emotions with sensory input. Yeah? Cold drinks. So to think, as far as perking yourself up to get yourself going, you want to go cold and crunchy and loud, I suppose. Bright as far as visual goes, and what have I forgotten? So oral, sight is light, auditory is sound, drink is oral as well, but it's feel, so touch, and hang on, what are my other senses? Smell. I don't know what would perk me up as far as smell goes. I didn't think of that, still can't think of one, but that's something to consider here, yes? So these are a range of ideas that you can try. Now, they're not all going to work, yeah? You may hate cold drinks, it's just gonna upset you, so don't even bother trying. You may hate vegetables, put chips in there, like crunchy chips. That's something that gets me going. I was just aware of, I didn't want too many unhealthy things in there. And then in here, you can either draw pictures or write. I didn't want to limit it because, again, depending on the age of your little one, if you want to print this out twice and use some of the pictures and cut them out and paste them, then go ahead. As far as calming down, you want to think warm and soft. So Missy had so many foods on her list. She had pancakes, pasta, she had her strawberries. I can't remember, there was like a whole list of unhealthy soft stuff. But, you know, that's what works for her. It doesn't mean you get that all the time. So whenever she needs calming down, particularly be careful with food, because you don't want that link with, I'm not feeling well, I need food. But yeah, so be aware of it, be careful of it, and don't just go, particularly if you do overeat, don't just go for soft foods. Think of, 5 other things that you could go to before this. Does that make sense? Oh, disclaimer, don't go starting fires in your house to get warm. I didn't want to take it out because that's one thing I find really calming, is to sit by, the fire in the brazier thing, or by the heater. Yes? There was another one here, fireworks, slightly illegal here. But, with the bright lights and the noise. So I just wanted to make that clear, was not encouraging your little ones to start a fire. Weighted blankets are so good. We've got so many weighted toys around the house. If you don't have anything weighted, you can actually get, the $3 leggings from Kmart, chop off the top, tie the bottoms, fill it with a kilo of rice, tie the end, and it makes a really good weighted, sock thing that you can have in your lap while you're watching TV or sitting on the couch or reading. Yeah, works really well. Some kids will love weighted stuff. Other kids will probably likely throw it at your head. So just, again, be aware that what works for one or what works for you may be the complete opposite for your kid or between your kids. Yeah? Let me go back to the actual emotions. So these are references, so you can see the name of the emotion as well as the character that matches. So we're going to go through now. I've got angry. Notice her fists as well. So her fists are clenched and tight. Distraught, I've put as past angry. That's when you've entirely lost the plot. There you go. Here, I wouldn't necessarily use noise or talking. At these 2 stages, you're beyond reasoning, which anyone with a toddler is going to know. Yes, you can yell, scream, carry on as much as you like, as much as they are. No one's going to get through to anyone. Yeah, you have those discussions later. Excited, I've put close to angry and distraught because it comes with that